So the other day, okay, he woke up with an erection. Yay. But it's the one you've got to do something with, because there are two types of erection. Now, the first one is the one that sort of levitates while he is still asleep, pulls him out of bed, and just leads him to the toilet. And it's a urine sat-nav. I love that. It's amazing. It kind of steers him around all the laundry, and just, he'll wake up halfway through like, where am I going? I'm like, shh, you're going to the toilet. Trust your dick. He woke up with the other one, the action one, the one you definitely got to get involved with, the one that's like a drug dog sniffing for amphetamines. That one, the one that's like, ah! Oh, hello, oh yes, are you wiping your nose on my leg? Hello, yes, I've missed you too. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. So you've got to do something with that one. So I think, right, here's my chance. So I start gathering the flowers. Yes? Gathering the flowers. Now, straight away, we hit a problem because he's got a foreskin and we've got a duvet cover, and I just rolled them into one thing. I was like, sorry. And he was like, wait, stop. Thanks, babe. I was like, sorry. I mean, positive point, we now know if I ever lose an arm, I can still roll socks. So carried on gathering the flowers, and very quickly I got a lactic acid buildup that went all the way up my arm and into my shoulder. I was like, oh fuck, that really hurts, that really hurts. I thought, I want to change arms, but I don't want to break the rhythm, it seems rude. So I sort of went, there we go, look at that. And I was like, good, okay. And then the lactic acid started building up in this arm, and I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. So I thought, I've got to change to the other one. I was like, I must have very selfish muscles. Because when I'm doing one small repetitive motion for myself, I can go for 90 minutes pain-free. And I know it's 90 minutes because that's when my phone dies. So I carry on gathering the flowers, and the pain's really kicking in, and then he shut his eyes. I am a paranoid woman. What the fuck is he thinking about? Like, I know some kind of fantasy has started, but I don't know what's showing in screen 2. And I don't want some fictitious bitch in costume and scenery I can't afford taking the credit for my repetitive strain injury. I bet she's not turned up dressed as a fucking car. So I'm like, open your eyes, darling, open your eyes. He's like, oh, okay. I'm like, yeah, sexy, open your eyes. But then as the pain increases, I just want to get it done, and the actions start to change. They get a bit more aggressive, and I go from gathering the flowers to sanding the chair leg, because I'm just get this done. And then, like, the words start to change. Like, I start off all quite nice, as you do, like, do you like that? Do you like that? God bless you, sir. Do you like that? Feed the birds. Do you like that? That's how you start. I turn into, like, the pain, I turn into some kind of battlefield medic. I'm like, don't give up on me now, soldier! I start screaming down the tiny hole. Hang on in there, kids. We're going to get you out of that cave. When he finally came, I had to slow down to the side like a marathon runner. I was like, what's my time? Is that a personal best? And it actually took me a moment to unfurl my fingers from the position they were in. And when I looked at my hand like that, I was like, oh my God, my granny had hands like that. My parents said that was arthritis. Grandad was a very chipper fellow. I think that's what 50 years of handjobs looks like. Now, I told this story in Derby, right? And the promoter said to me before the gig, he went, my crowd don't do rude, so you don't do rude. And I went, okay, I don't do rude. I do rude. So I did do rude. And afterwards, like, they loved rude because they'd never had it before because he told everybody not to do it. A very posh woman came up to me and she went, why didn't you please your husband with your mouth? And And you know when you have to like retune your frequency to understand what I went, sorry, pardon, what? She went, why didn't you please your husband with your mouth? And I went, well, I'll tell you why. Because he's heard all my stories and it wasn't the time for poetry. And then another lady came up, right? I thought, I'm going to get bollocked at this gig. I thought, I'm going to get told off blatantly. And there's this lady came up to me. She was like late 60s and she had a 50-yard stare. And I thought, oh no, this is where I get told off. And I thought, I'll just take it. It's fine. She walked up to me and she just went, I know exactly what you mean. I've been married 40 years. Your arm goes, so you go in with your other arm, so you go in with your mouth. I was like, oh my God, Nana's got post-traumatic disorder. And she said, finally he puts it in you, 2 pumps and a squirt and he's done. You think, where did it go? And as she's saying this, I realise her husband is stood behind her. And he's just holding this little pint and he went, guilty as charged.